Our next speaker is His Excellency Mr. Dario Franceschini, Minister of Culture of Italy. Your Excellency, you have the floor.
Mr. President, I am honored to be here today at the UNESCO General Conference to share my thoughts with you. We live in a time where UNESCO's unique mandate becomes even more urgent. We have all witnessed the appalling images of historical and archaeological sites being destroyed by terrorist organizations. Cultural heritage is being systematically attacked with the clear objective of erasing the symbols of a given country's culture, religion, and past. In order to tackle these urgent issues, my country is ready to share its long experience in the field of safeguarding cultural heritage at risk, both at an international level and the national level. I believe that the destruction of the symbols of a national identity are a direct blow against humanity, against its capability to preserve a country's history, tradition, and roots for its future generation. UNESCO's Director General referred to the terrorist attacks against archaeological sites in the Middle East as cultural cleansing, and I agree. At the end of July, the Ministers of Culture for 83 delegations gathered during the Milan Expo and agreed on the need for a proactive role of the international community in this regard. The Milan Declaration, which was approved on that occasion, reinforced the idea of establishing a United for Heritage global coalition, as suggested by Ms. Bokova at the Bonn Conference. Therefore, our Prime Minister, Matteo Renzi, at a recent General Assembly, urged the United Nations to foresee a cultural component in all future peace missions where cultural heritage is at risk. Italy is engaged in strengthening UNESCO's leading role in preserving world cultural heritage and combating illicit trafficking. To achieve these goals, we believe that only a shared and coordinated approach will provide an efficient solution by unifying the efforts that are being deployed on a bilateral basis by a growing number of member states. United Nations has brought international attention to the phenomenon of trafficking archaeological heritage as a possible form of financing terrorism. In the fight against illicit trafficking, let me also recall a positive example of a coordinated approach in which Italy played a significant role. The International Guidelines for Crime Prevention and Criminal Justice Response, recently adopted by the UN General Assembly as soon as be published. Furthermore, an appeal has been launched to consider the need to contemplate a cultural component in peacekeeping missions under its auspices. For all these reasons, we have recently presented two important resolutions adopted by the Executive Board in April and October last, which aim to creating, under UNESCO's coordination and in collaboration with member states, a concrete mechanism for rapid intervention in areas where cultural heritage is at risk. I believe that we, as member states, can give a pivotal contribution by unifying our efforts and establishing national teams that UNESCO could rely on whenever needed, on a preventive basis or in the aftermath of a conflict to protect and reconstruct cultural heritage. Italy has already set up a National United for Heritage team, which is composed of experts from our Ministry of Culture, Defense and Foreign Affairs, and officers from the Carabinieri Department for the Protection of Cultural Heritage. This task force will act as rapid response teams able to defend monuments and archaeological sites, ready to intervene in emergency situations and especially before crises occur. This is only the first step. We all share the same responsibility of deploying every possible effort to avoid that people from different cultures, religions, and traditions are deprived of their cultural roots and identity and are obliged to flee from their country. It is a worldwide humanitarian and security issue. It is my country's firm belief that the protection of cultural heritage and identity is key to fostering peace and social stability. The framework of the 2030 Agenda recognizes that culture is not only a driver for economic growth, but also an important tool for resilience building in situations of crisis. We hope that we may count on your delegation's support as we continue our work in this direction, all our country together, all proud, very proud to be all part of UNESCO. Thank you very much.